KPU TV, located in Ketchikan, Alaska, uses our entire island as our only studio, bringing Emmy Award-winning local television to our remote island community and the world beyond. Our small staff of 2 and 3 part-time videographers have forged highly successful community partnerships to bring over 10 locally produced shows to a town that has no other local television. 17 channels, 24/7. From live music, cooking, history, the arts, events, and our anchor show, Live in Ketchikan, KPU TV offers a local television experience that is unheard of in a town of 14,000. Our shows highlight everything about Ketchikan that is unique, and the community are our stars. From our award-winning Ultimate Outdoor Challenge to our partnership with the Ketchikan Visitors Bureau to produce the Emmy Award-winning Ketchikan Story Project, KPU TV takes local television to an entirely new level. KPU TV works with countless local nonprofits and businesses to broadcast their message in Ketchikan and to the world. From our creative coverage of the Ketchikan Lumberjack shows, to our broadcast of NBA championship players' first ever game of the century in Ketchikan to promote autism awareness. With over 1,500 in the audience and the help of Hollywood's own Susan Santiago from the Fast and Furious, we were able to help this local organization raise over $15,000 for autism. But we didn't stop there. We also welcomed NASCAR's Danny Lasowski, as we featured his efforts to help Healing Waters and everything they do for wounded warriors in Ketchikan. By actively engaging our community through our popular Celebrity Chef show, host LaDonna Gunderson was asked to travel to the U.S. Embassy in Oman to create a cooking experience. As a commercial salmon fisherman and cookbook author, her efforts were hugely popular with the hometown crowd on KPU TV and to the world. Speaking of the hometown crowd, in 2015, KPU TV, in its partnership with Ketchikan High School, was able to air live for the first time ever K-High Sports. Educator Bill Wicker was noted nationally for his efforts with KPU TV and Ketchikan High School. The film students, along with KPU TV, created a live sports channel for the community. Fellow educator Mark Woodward was named Nat Geo Educator of the Year. From basketball, baseball, softball, debate, academic decathlon, and soccer, KPU TV and K-High have it covered at a new level that our community never dreamt possible. Local event coverage is the bread and butter of local television. From the 4th of July to the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade and even a traveling circus, we're there. But KPU TV's coverage of the first ever Race to Alaska documented the rugged and unforgiving route of 17 boats as they traveled from Port Townsend, Washington to Ketchikan, Alaska in an unassisted, no-motor boat race of over 750 miles. To the winners, $10,000 nailed to a log. And to the unlucky second-place team, true to Ketchikan character, a set of steak knives. And that's not all, because Ketchikan, Alaska is simply that interesting. We actively embrace our native community by covering everything from totem pole ceremonies to artists and much, much more. In 2015, KPU TV grew beyond being totally local. With over 50,000 followers through social media, we actively engage the world by sharing our stories. Host and producer Michelle O'Brien has been the featured speaker at several national events on social media, to include the 2015 Alliance for Community Media Conference in Los Angeles. And in 2015, we were part of the team that garnered their 7th Emmy for the Ketchikan Story Project. KPU TV, winner of the 2015 Best of the Northwest for Overall Excellence in Community Media, the NTCA Overall Excellence Award for Local Television in 2015, and an award winner for the Best Local Channel Promotion from NATOA.
Okay, so these guys say, all right, we're going to do this race. Were you just kind of like, oh, cool? Or were you like, uh-oh?
Oh, no, there was no uh-oh. It was like, yeah, and then they're going to win it. No, we have full faith in these guys. And I had no doubt when I heard about the race that some part of that crew would be entered in it, that they'd be doing the race. And so it didn't surprise me. And it's been fun watching them pull out ahead at the beginning and keep the lead.
So if they come back to do it again next year, what do you think? Are you going to sign up?
Oh, I'd love to sign up. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
All right, well, thanks. The boat is about ready to come in. So, in fact, I see it right now.
Whoa! So they're 5 minutes under the 5-day mark. They left at noon Pacific time, and now they're here at noon, 5 minutes before noon Pacific time. Pretty incredible. 750 miles.
You're there.
Welcome, sir. Yeah, hell of a job. Good fun. So I think this is yours. Hey.
Now, how you check for doneness is you stick a fork or a knife into the thickest part of the fillet and pull the flakes back. Now the center should be slightly opaque, and this one is, so I'll remove it. Always remember that fish continues to cook after you remove it from the heat. So it'll finish cooking to perfection. So let's check this one. Ah, both of these are done. Yum. Okay, and I'm gonna remove my grill pan back behind me here. Let it cool off. It's perfect. Okay, let's plate up. Our cookie vitter's ready, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on this little small space little plate here. Just break it apart in little pieces, whatever size pieces you like. You can also take one of those pizza wheels and you can slice it or into any size that you'd like. You could even do this with your knife if you'd like and make little squares. I'm going to show you how you do that. You can make little squares. I just find it to be so much easier if we just break it apart like that for our dessert. All right, oh my gosh, we're so lucky to have fresh king salmon. Yay.
Salsa.
Wow. One of the fun things that we do on the boat is enjoying our meals together. In the evenings, Oli is always so good about turning the engine off so we don't have to be in a rattling boat, because a metal boat's got a lot of rattle to it. So one of the things that we've always said that we would do the whole time we've been on the boat together, which is about 29 years now, is that we would enjoy our dinner together with the engine off.
You're a public health nurse by day, right? Why is this, make this cause more special to you?
Yes, very much. I've been a strong, very passionate about HIV/AIDS prevention. I work a lot with teens. I brought the Names Project AIDS Memorial Quilt, which was it's a memorial quilt that originated like in the 80s, started in the 80s. And it's a quilt that has people who have passed away from AIDS, people made squares and donated to the quilt. And so I brought it to our community. It was the first time it had been in Alaska, and it came to Ketchikan, and then I brought it around to the southeast communities. It made it to Metlakatla. This was like in the early 90s, Metlakatla and Prince of Wales. And we started the HIV/AIDS Teen Task Force back then, and it was very active.
Amazing.
But that was during the height of the epidemic, right? And so things have sort of fallen off the grid a little bit because people aren't necessarily dying right now from HIV infections. So anyway, so yes, I'm very passionate about it. I've been involved with it. I work with teens a lot with my job, and we go into the schools and we do provide a lot of education about HIV/AIDS prevention. Counsel clients on a regular basis just through my job duties.
No good. It's tipped. Mo Bullock coming out of there with it. Now quickly to Stanley. Stanley just has to throw it in into Manning. Manning comes the other way. Now Johnson quickly up to Stanley. Stanley off the goal! Alley-oop pass off the glass. James slams it down. How about that?
Thank you very much. That was one of the nicest plays I've ever seen in a K-High Kings game.
Everybody knew what was coming. Matt Stanley out in front of the pack. Laid it up off the glass. James came flying in and pounded it down.
That was literally one of the nicest plays I've ever seen in a K-High Kings game.
Okay. Yeah, okay, what we're going to do is take the axe and put your dominant hand above the other hand, right down at the bottom, though.
Above?
You got to show them, John.
You want to take your dominant hand is just above the non-dominant hand, all the way down to the bottom. You want to have the bottom of the axe facing your belly button, the blade of the axe right at your nose, okay? Get your hands together, there, Julie, there you go. Then when you want to put the axe out in front of you, okay, just bring it back over your head. You want to keep it in that plane that is your belly button, your nose, okay? It's very important to stay in that plane. There you go, just like that. Okay, when you go to throw the axe, you're passing it at the yellow above the bullseye is where you're going to pass it to.
Yellow
All right, you have to throw it with a little gusto, and remember, pass it. You want to follow through, that was good.
I don't like you standing there.
Good, couple more. Good, yep. Good, okay, all right, now come on out. Who's going to go first? Jessica, come on out.
All right.
Okay, have you go first. Put your foot right up to mine there. Okay, there you go. Okay, get comfortable. And when you're ready, throw that axe in. Remember, follow through it, the yellow above the bullseye. Don't go low, because the axe will go low. Follow right through it. Good! Oh! Jessica, that was perfect. Everything about that throw was perfect. Okay, a little bit harder, and do not. Here, I'll check. Go ahead, grab the axe. Don't let it turn like that. It's got to be perfectly straight like that.
Where was the spot?
Okay, you are right there. You're good, right there.
Come on, Jessica.
That was another good throw, it just didn't stick. All right, that's all right. So Brandon's got 7, no 4, and Austin's got 7. Or no, Brandon's got
a
3.
window.
3. All right, so you want to get a 3 or higher to go into second place. Can Jessica do it? Come on, Jessica.
How many do you think?
Thousands.
And how long have you been here for?
Maybe about 45 minutes.
Wow.
And we're going back and forth with this super duper magnet I'll show it to you.
Oh, wow, look at this. Look at all the nails she's getting.
Yeah, this is, I'm telling you. Julian, stop for a second. Stop.
How's the turn doing?
Hold on. And this is, look at how nice. And then I'm scraping. Because these are all rusted nails that you don't, you don't want to step on, that's for sure. And then...
Yeah, it kind of makes you think twice when you're walking around the beach.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I told the kids, you step on one of these and you'll need a tetanus shot.
Ivy said that there's, like, people are bringing truckloads of pallets, right?
Well, I know that people will just toss them over and will come down and burn them, but this year, I mean, like, usually when we go out, so far, like, I haven't found as many, but we've gone out and, I mean, you just put your hand through and there's tons of them, and they, like, rust to the point where, like, the tips of them?
Yeah, these are kind of, ugh.
The tips of them are like hypodermic needles. Like, they get rusted, but the center of them will still stay on. I don't know if any of these have them, but, like, they're pretty scary looking, thinking, you know, you let your kids come out here with no shoes on.
Right, right, and your dogs too.
Yeah.
And dancers of all ages. Beautiful, beautiful regalia. A lot of which is made by family and passed down through families. You know, they're at every important Ketchikan event and tons of other events as well. I think this is such an integral part of what Ketchikan is all about.
Oh, of course, absolutely,
All of our communities are, if you think about it. In Ketchikan, that's what makes us one cool community.
Exactly, and we have such amazing artists coming out of this community that you just don't even see it anywhere in the world as far as for Indigenous arts and Native arts.
Absolutely. So, speaking of artistes,
yes, look at these ladies
on the mats, Ketchikan Gymnastics Club. This is very cute. What a neat idea.
We've got, yeah, they're all got little denim shorts on and
they're super cute.
Suspenders. Oh,
and they're going to put on a little performance for us.
There's some back bends and some cartwheels, all things that I can no longer do anymore, so I can appreciate.
So I'll tell you what, Cameo, folks are listening live on KFMJ right now. They're watching live on KPU channel 675. Now, after this is all said and done, in a little over a week, they're going to be able to watch and listen to the whole thing, edit it out, because we've got cameramen all over the place, and they're going to be able to watch it on KPU TV 688. So stay tuned for that, right?
Photographers in the field, on the streets, getting pictures that will be on Live in Ketchikan.
Yep, and Live in Ketchikan's Facebook page, and we'll share them with KFMJ, our buddies over at KFMJ.
Southeast Alaska, God's country. Ketchikan's the heart of it all.
At the time, we were civilized, but because of the differences in how you looked at each other, we were considered uncivilized.
It wasn't until that Johnson O'Malley program happened, all of a sudden, they were rock stars.
When you're flying in Alaska, you're not going to want your money back. There's enough out there that if you're looking out the window, there's nothing I can do to screw it up.
I get to do what I love, and I get to get up every morning and fly around some of the coolest places in the world.
I think it's odd for a community this size to have so much talent. Ketchikan has definitely got talent in steroids.
Ketchikan's the salmon capital of the world.
So we get done, we race back to the point, we set it back out, the guy sets in front of me, and the guy goes, "What are you going to do about that guy?" I said, "I'm going to put a hoodoo on it."